Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Jess Clare here with Jay Pandya, back again, talking today about artificial intelligence friendly. I don't know about you, Jay, but I said this to you. I probably get about, 10 ads a day in my feed about AI. It could be because of what I'm into. But if you are one of those people who gets a whole lot of advertising about AI, I would love to hear from you. Please do make a comment. If you are jumping on, say hello. Jay, do you get those ads? Or is it just me?
It's not just the ads, right? I think it's the any business, any and every business, any Tom, Dick, and Harry talks about AI driven, AI enabled, AI this, AI that, AI use this, presenting themselves as an expert in AI, right? And it's so funny. It's like it's just become a marketing thing, jargon and a marketing thing. It's like in marketing, you would have a campaign. There is gonna every month there is gonna be a campaign. Every season there's a Christmas campaign. It's like AI is like 2023 is like an AI season from a marketing perspective. And you've got to wonder how much of a real substance is there, how much of a real AI is there, anything that is being talked about. That's what I see. What do you see, Jess?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because when I look at this stuff, and I know you've heard me talk about this before, when I look at what's out there, a lot of it is to do with marketing. So, or marketing or brand building, or so we work with people who are in business, right? So we work with business owners, small to medium business owners, corporates. And so they're all in business. And I do imagine that when it comes to business, people are always trying to get more leads and people are always trying to make more sales. So that's business, right? You want more acquisition, you want to grow, you want to scale.
Yeah.
And so my assertion is that the majority of the ads are telling you that they've got the next best idea using AI to generate leads or to scale or to do something using AI to scale your business. That's my assertion. And like I said, if you are here, I would love to hear from you. That's just what I see.
Absolutely. In fact, I will back it up. I will back up what your assertion is. Here's the evidence for it. You ready for this? Here's the evidence. I think here is why you even make that assertion in the first place, Jess, is because look at how the tools that are being promoted. Oh, write a copy, design your landing page, automated responses to customer inquiries, AI chatbot, how to use ChatGPT for your landing pages, how to use ChatGPT for your email nurture sequence. There's so much of that. And then the tools, so many tools. Like, have you seen those images, infographics that people share on LinkedIn and Facebook with various tools that does different things? All from marketing perspective, make you look good, make your business look good. It boils down to design, landing pages, email marketing, and copy, and video editing and image editing. All of that. It's like, for me, it's like another one of those moments where we as humanity has got this incredibly powerful technology. We're gonna use it to make it look good. Nothing else.
What is it? You can like put your photo into an app and it makes it, you don't even need like a good photo. I can just take a photo of me like right now, no makeup on, nothing. And turns me into this beautiful model, like almost identical to who I am, just with no blemishes and not real.
That's right. It's make you look good, make your business look good.
I can do anything to do that. I can put, you've seen me do this in Zoom meetings. I'm in Zoom meetings with you and I've like put my Zoom face on. I put my Zoom makeup on. I can't do it in this one, which is annoying actually, because I don't want to wear makeup. But like you said, really incredible, powerful technology, like the most groundbreaking thing we've ever seen since some of the early 90s in technology. And yet what we're using it for is to give me makeup, to make me profile photos, to write copy so I don't have to be there, and to make us look good, like you say, look good.
That's the majority of the tools, right? That's the majority of the tools.
Yeah. So I said it's like a frenzy, and is this hype all worth it? And what we wanted to talk to you about today, and like I said, anyone showing up, please do. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I said, what do you want people to get? And you said, I want people to get AI is such an incredible opportunity, right? Such an incredible opportunity because everyone's trying to figure it out. And apparently everyone's got the answers now too. So for the 5 minutes it's been around, we have experts in it already.
Well, the thing is,
Isn't that crazy?
AI has been around for more than 40 years. Okay. I have been engaged with it for at least last 7. The chat GPT, what everyone knows AI as, and commoditization of the AI occurred in November 2022, and 2023 is like everyone becomes an expert, right? But that's the commoditization of a very specialized, deep, high-tech domain. That's actually taken 40 years for a degree of maturity on which now you have an experience like ChatGPT or Bard or any of those models, right? But it's a 40 years of work, 50 years of work, beyond your and my lifetime, of hundreds and thousands of people's work that came to this confliction point in 2023, which is where the commoditization has occurred, where everyone, whether they have zero knowledge of it, who are using it, becomes an expert into AI. But that's not real expertise. And I don't, while I appreciate personally, okay, this is me, I appreciate those people who are using and sharing that knowledge, but that's not, I just think, icky feeling when they call themselves an AI expert. Come to me and I'm going to show you how to use AI for your business, for your life, yada, yada, yada. It's icky, it's yucky, it's inauthentic, it's BS.
I just want to leverage off that statement, right? So you said, because this is great, because it is. I think everyone kind of feels that. It's icky, it's inauthentic, there's these experts. Everyone's currently trying to work out how to use AI as a consumer, and yet all these people are popping up saying that they're experts, right? So if that's the case, you said the next thing you want people to get is there's AI creators and there's AI consumers. And that creators will take 99% of what's available in the market and dominate, and consumers will continue to consume, and people will always be trying to sell different things to consumers. So, what is the opportunity in the next decade? That's what I really wanted, is this hype all worth it?
Yeah, I think it's a very important question, right? For any entrepreneur, any business owner, any organization, any company, what does AI represent? What is the opportunity over the next 5 to 10 years? I think, right, 2023 is more like a iPhone moment that happened in 2007, right? So you can, if you just, let's just go and compare, right? So iPhone came out 2007, and what happened incrementally over 3, 5, 7 years is a smartphone penetration increased, right? After 2007, if you see between 2007 to 2012 and 14, the smartphone penetration phenomenally increased.
So the thing that I'm the most passionate about is that there is literally every other market apart from brand and marketing, like almost untapped in the world of AI. And so when I talk about is the hype all worth it, when I talk about the power of AI, I'm talking about what's possible in industries like childcare, in industries like with people who are not able to wake up and brush their teeth, and what can we do to assist them in those industries, or in aged care, in mental health, in I'm talking about what's possible as creators in those areas, not what more can we invent to generate and create another app that's going to make us look less human, make us feel better about ourselves and our aging, and get rid of the grays that I'm now embracing.
2023 is like going back to 2007, which was a smartphone moment, right? When iPhone was introduced. And what we saw in a upcoming 3, 4, 5, 7 years was a massive penetration of smartphone in a global markets. right? Now, during that era, following 2007, you had explosion of Facebook. You had Instagram as a company which was born purely on a smartphone proposition. You had WhatsApp, right? You had Snapchat. This social media exploded in a smartphone era. These companies, which did not exist before 2007, emerged and became the biggest unicorns that we have known about, right? In the following 5 to 7 years. Take that similar phenomenon to 2023. We are at that point. Over next 5 to 7 to 8 years, we're going to see incredible companies emerge. um, as the maturity and the understanding of the how to best harness this technology to solve problems, right? And solve problems goes far beyond making something or someone look good, right? Which is where I say the brand and the marketing, the selling domain as a industry domain, industry vertical is so highly saturated. That's where you see the application of AI and all the tools. That's and that's everyone's trying to figure out how to do a copy, how to do a landing page, how to do a better design or video editing and practically make something or someone look good, using AI. And that's what people call using AI. Versus there's 99% opportunities, and then there is, probably 3 to 5% goes into streamlining your workflow solutions, finding efficiencies in your business. Let's give 2 to 5% to that. Okay, literally everyone's trying to use AI either to look good or get efficient and streamline their workflows. And that's what I call 99% of the market. There's only 1%, or maybe even a smaller than that, who are actually looking at work on, and they do this work without making noise, without appearing on a social media feed. These are the ones that are actually doing the real work, dreaming, creating how to use and how to harness this technology in creating solutions that solve real problems we have in the world. As you were saying, childcare, disability services, or aged care, education, transport, manufacturing. There's so much good work is actually happening, but you don't hear about it. There's so much that is actually possible. You don't hear about it. No one's talking about it. And then you have some quiet people who really at work, right? And they are the one I call creators. They are not figuring out how to use this, consume this technology. That's 99% of the market. You have 1% of the market dreaming and actually at work on creating AI solutions. See, those 1% is going to create those companies that are mega unicorns, that are going to be $1 trillion of companies over next 3, 5, and 7 and 8 years. So, when we have seen this phenomenon during our lifetime, we saw what happened to Facebook after smartphone. We saw what happened with WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat. These startups became mega multi-billion dollar valuation companies taking over the world in a social media. We have seen that. We are again exactly at that inflection point. We're going to see those kind of creators. It's not going to be social media. It's not. Social media companies use AI again to make look good and draw our attention and commoditize our attention and the eyeballs. Still, it's marketing, branding, sales. Call it one vertical, okay? But there are so many other verticals where the AI creators are actually at work on, and those guys will have the seat at the table, will capture the market, will create tomorrow's not multi-billion dollar companies, will create trillions of dollars of companies and a new age kind of companies between 2023 to 2033. I mark my word, capture this recording. This is going to be historical. I'm saying this. Come back and watch this recording in 5 and 7 and 10 years time. I'm gonna bet my bottom dollar into these companies have emerging or have not even emerged, but these companies will dominate every industry and every market that you and I know of. And they are doing the work quietly.
And just wanting to add while you're on that we and our company, MVP Ventures, is going to and is currently building some of those platforms. And I think really why we come on here and share this is because there's such a massive opportunity that most people don't see and or can't see it because it's not talked about. So we try to talk about this as much as we can. And just while you're there, Jay, we have an event that we're going to expand on this and not just expand on what Jay's saying, but actually tell you how you get in that game and what steps you need to take to be in that game. Because most of the time we see these big tech companies as these big untouchable people and somehow they got there and it was all accidental. No, they've worked away for 10, sometimes 20 years to become that overnight success. So we want to show you that pathway of how to do that. If you are interested, we're going to drop a link in here for that event. It's called Emerge. Because these are emerging companies. So the actual event is the future of your business, Emerge, and it will be on in Brisbane. We would love you to come. If you are interested, just you can ask any questions as well, but I will put the link in there to the Facebook event. Sorry, I just thought that was a perfect opportunity, Jay.
Yeah.
But we are going to be out of time soon. I would love you to go into that. Like, what are the opportunities in the next decade then?
Yeah. So if you think about it, see, every business, okay, and I'm talking about, see, I think before the opportunities, a pertinent question in my mind is who will take this opportunity? You need to be a very specific type and a kind of person to take this opportunity. Okay. Before we actually talk about where the opportunities exist, because people don't have a lens. You got to be a certain kind of person and have those certain kind of attributes to actually even play the game and to be in that 1%. It starts with recognizing that every time you are spending time on how to figure out and how to use the chat GPT for X and chat GPT for Y and blah, 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 every time you're trying to use AI, you're not actually educating, learning, and dreaming about how to create AI solutions using the technology. That's number one, right? So I think people should shift their focus into the looking good, looking your business, making the business look good, or offers and campaigns and all that, to how do I actually solve the real problems in my industry, in my business, in the domain that I know about. Okay. That's a most important thing. You got to be wanting to have a seat at the table. See, if people are only worried about how do I use AI to survive, how about shifting the thinking to how do we create AI solutions so I can shape the future of my business and my industry? Only 1%ers are asking that question, right? 99% are not asking that question. So we got to be in that, shift the place from where you are relating to AI, go look beyond the hype. I promise you 99% of the AI startups you see in 2023 are going to die. They're going to fail and die in next 6 to 12 months. Okay, because most of them are based on what? Integrating ChatGPT, integrating Bard. They don't have a AI solutions of their own. They don't have large language models of their own. They're not training large language models into their own domain. Okay, so the two characteristics, if I point out to who you got to be, is you got to be your industry and a domain expert, and you got to be want, just a deep desire, a deep want. You and I can't give this to anybody, right? It's want call. I want to have a seat at the table, and I want to shape the future of not just my business but future of industry. I see how bad it is. I see so much is wrong and so much is possible. I'm gonna be the one who's gonna solve that. You don't need to know how to solve that, but you got to have that desire, that want to solve that, right? That's the biggest thing. It's that if people got that mindset, you got to, now you can actually talk about the solutions, create and see where the opportunities are, because the biggest opportunities are in not using it. Biggest opportunities are in creating it. So what do you got to create? You can create solutions that are actually in your industry. You don't need to know the technology. That part is solved. The technology part is solved. What is yet to be solved and where the opportunity exists is imagination. Imagination in so many different industries. Listen, AI industry can be considered into horizontals and verticals. Horizontals are taken by the large digital tech players, right? So you have Nvidia, AMD, others who actually manufacture the hardware. That's what I call horizontal. You have Amazon, Microsoft, Google providing the cloud infrastructure, right? You have Figma, Adobe providing the user interface design tools. So you have OpenAI, Bard, Claude, MIT, open source large language models providing the LLM tools and APIs. So those are what I call industry horizontals. They are taken. However, what is not taken, what is a virgin land is each of our industries, each of our domains. What about education? You talked about education, you talked about childcare center. Those are the verticals, the manufacturing companies, accounting as an industry, massage therapist, to so many different industries. A lot of SMB, ambitious entrepreneurs, ambitious organizations, they actually have the vertical opportunities. They've mastered their domain, they've established networks in their industries. Technology is commoditized. All you got to look is, where do I create and solve problems? So how about protecting children? How about AI protecting children from being left out in a bus under Australian sun because driver forgot to pick them up, or mom and dad forgot to pick them up, right? How about making sure that the education, the knowledge, the education, the wisdom, not just online courses, right, is actually available? It's personalized education for one. How about manufacturing so that we are creating products that actually serves the need of an individual and solve the problems? They are beautiful, they are seamless user experience. How about transport services where the drivers who are transport and logistic, where the drivers are the heart of our transport logistic infrastructure, they're actually taken care of. There's, instead of creating more laws, how about using technology in transport and logistics to actually humanly take care of those drivers? So they're taking breaks, they're nourished, they're nurtured. There are startups, there are companies who are creating this kind of solutions. Those are the guys who will actually have a seat at the table. They'll make the world better. They'll use the technology for what its potential is, and they will dominate and will capture the 99% of the opportunities. The opportunities are limitless. So the question I would ask, Jess, to you or anybody else is, look at your area of passion, look at your area of expertise, right? It's no, you don't have to go too far. It's in your business, it's in your domain, it's in your industry. That's where the opportunities exist. Technical is commoditized. Those problems are solved. It's an imagination, it's dreaming, and then crafting a business model, crafting a solution, launching a company in a responsible manner, minimum viable product. That's where the you shift from consuming it, which is 99.9% of the market, to creating it. Those who are creators will win the game. Rest will just be sold to.
Thank you, Jay. That was awesome. And that brings us to the end of this video live for today. If you do have any questions, please do ask them. We would love to answer them. And if you do want to expand on this topic and see, you may have an idea and you want to actually see if it's a viable idea, please do come to the Brisbane event. It's on the 21st of November. It's going to be in Brisbane or very close to Brisbane City. We're just finalizing that now. It's an in-person event. We will tell you all about that and how. So, and how we do that. Again, I'll put the link in here. Anything else you want to add, Jay, before we finish?
Only thing I would add, and we will talk more about it again next week. Only thing I would add is start dreaming. Start dreaming what's possible in your industry. Don't worry about the solution. Dream to create what might be possible. How part is commoditized. There are so many service providers. So it's who is not, what is not happening. How you create value, how you take the opportunities is by dreaming.
Thank you, everyone, for whoever tunes in. If you do replay this, please do drop a little note and say hello. And until next week, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, everyone.